Ginger Colvin here as Coach Colvin slides in. The Lady Tigers with a victory, win number 25 on the season. Coach, this a game could have been considered a trap game. I know we hate that term sometimes. With Lindsey Wilson coming here, senior day, a lot to look forward to. But I tell you, your gang was up to the task against one of the best defensive teams in the country. You score 83 points, matches their season high given up.
Well, they did a really good job the first half, I thought. We turned the ball over. They had as many steals as we did, and that doesn't happen much, but I think we were 9 and 9 at the break, and they did a good job. They did a good job on our point guard, and I thought we were rattled. I felt like we came out and were rattled and just throwing balls at people's feet and ankles, and kind of got us out of sync early. But it was nice. I thought Savannah and Kaiser came in and kind of settled us. Kaiser came in and knocked some shots down. I don't know how much I didn't play those kids a ton. Because we've got a big game on Saturday, and it's just not worth. And I felt like the second time they came out and played, they were pretty winded. Faulkner, I feel like, was a little winded today, and her legs were a little tired. But it was a good game, obviously, to let some kids get in and play. We talked about Kristen Hall. I think she's really coming along for us, and we're just pretty guard deep right now. And Sammy Rogers being able to come in and play some. But I thought Jordan Durham was exceptional today. She did a really good job.
She was as good as it gets from the floor in the first half. She was perfect, 6 of 6.
Yep.
Had a couple of second chance opportunities, finished with 19 points. That's a season high for Jordan Durham, her career high 21. So tonight, 7 of 9 from the floor, 5 of 6 at the line, 6 rebounds. She was really good tonight.
Yep, she was. She's just solid, and she's out there talking and communicating and doing things that we need her to do. And I don't know how many times she got her hand on the ball. I don't think she probably got credit for the steals. She has 2 steals, and I bet she was probably responsible for 5 or 6 steals because she reaches around, taps the ball out, and somebody else contains it, so they get that credit. But I thought defensively she was as good as she could be. In 4 early, I don't think they committed. We kind of got on them because we were standing, but I thought she did really good. Just had probably one of her overall best games this season.
You mentioned Kristen Hall coming along, her sister Caitlin, with another good performance here tonight. Doesn't do much in terms of scoring. In fact, she goes scoreless in 15 minutes, but she accounts for at least 16 points with 8 assists in the ball game tonight. She had 5 rebounds as well, a couple of steals. She's just she has a knack for finding her way around the basketball, even when she doesn't have it.
You know, it's crazy, the defense we run, the position that Caitlin Hall, Lauren Turner, Caroline Owen, Emily Fox, some of those kids have run is, if you look at the paper and the way it's supposed to be run, it is your longest, lankiest athlete that they want back there, best rebounder. And that's who we put back there is those kids. And if they learn to box out, they do a really good job. And then Caitlin's getting in there and getting gritty. And we still have to clean that up some. But she's doing a really good job trying to get in there and get rebounds. And we were better tonight rebounding for sure. Every game we've out-rebounded, we've won. And tonight, this was probably our best rebounding effort.
There's out-rebounding an opponent, and there's dominating rebounding.
And we've not dominated many people on the boards this year.
Here tonight, you certainly did that, 49-23, the rebounding, and you see Alexis Calhoun come off the bench, 17 minutes, and she was a couple of buckets away from a double-double, finished with 11 rebounds. She was pretty good this evening.
Yeah, she's really good. I've been on her about just focusing and getting into it, and I thought she came in 3 blocks, and there was one at the end of the first half that I felt like a really clean block, but you're not going to get them all. But 3 blocks, 6 points, 11 rebounds, that's a really good line for her. If she can get in there and take care of the ball, and even if you don't get credit for that block, if you can alter a couple shots and help us out in that defense, that's a good thing, and obviously help Jordan out.
You made things difficult on them. It's a team that struggles to score from time to time. It's coming in, they average just under 60 points per ball game as a team. Micah Norris had a good night in terms of scoring, but she had to take a lot of shots to get there, 7 of 21, and nobody else really to go with them, to go with her tonight. The next highest point total, 7 apiece for Patton and Tucker. You guys did a pretty good job slowing them down here tonight.
And a lot of the reason is that we were better on the boards when Caitlin Oliver went down. That's one of his best players. She went down, and I hope she's okay. When there was a collision under the basket in the first half, she only played 17 minutes, and Caitlin's a player that's going to play a lot of minutes for him. She's a good scorer in the paint for him. She's a good defender for him, and she's a great rebounder for him, especially an offensive rebounder. And when she went out of the game, he lost a lot of that, the effort. And I think she's kind of his leader, his glue. And when she was out, I think that hurt.
Well, Coach, you'll now turn your attention to Saturday. You mentioned you spread the minutes around, so should have some fresh legs. 12 players in double figures tonight, and you'll kind of set your sights on this matchup with Lindsey Wilson. It would a win, let's see here, assures you a number 2 seed in the Mid-South Conference tournament, puts you in really, really good shape for a number 1 seed in the national tournament down the line a little bit. Senior day, it's a big day for the Lady Tigers.
Yep, it is. And, Cumberland U, I think their team, they go, and if they get a win on Saturday and get a first-round win in the tournament, and maybe even a win on Saturday, but I think they're going to be a national tournament team as well.
Coach, senior day on Saturday, you'll bid farewell to 3 good ones. I know it's always an emotional time for you.
Super emotional. We get their gifts, and their gifts come in, you look at them, and, man, it goes by so fast. And this group is there's 3 kids you sure don't want to let go. 3 great kids.
And, we didn't talk about this on the Coaches Show this week. We've got some extra time here if you're wondering. I'm dragging this out here with Coach. I'm going to, pull all the information I can. But Chris Schroeder, we didn't mention him on the Coaches Show this week. You felt terrible about it afterwards and mentioned that. And Chris, I tell you, he's a lot of fun to be around. He's terrific with your team. He is one of the best people still on this earth.
You sometimes you get people that help. Chris is a member. He is a member of our team. He is just as much as important as Jordan Durham or Madison Clements or any of those kids on our team. He's just a member. He's just a brother to our sisters, and there's not a harder worker. He come in before the game and literally sweating because he gets after it. You give him a job to do, and he does it, and it's just one of those things. I'm so accustomed to Chris taking care of so many things. I don't know what we're going to do without him. But whoever has an opportunity to employ Chris, and when he gets out, they're going to have a worker. He is an absolute he's just one of the good souls left on this earth. I just love Chris, and I'm so proud of him. He's going to graduate, and he's just a great kid.
And this is corporate sponsor night. Maybe some of these guys and gals out here on the floor take note and give Mr. Schroeder a job.
That's
right.
Graduation. That's right. I promise you, whoever gives him a job is going to get their money's worth with Chris.
Coach, congratulations on this one. We'll see you back here Saturday afternoon.
Thanks, ma'am.
Coach Ginger Colvin and the Lady Tigers win it here this evening over Cumberland University. Final score 83-49.